works easier for me. So.
Are you more of a wordsmith, or do you do melody? I mean, which do you work
Man,
on?
I like to take 50-50 from both of them if I could. I mean, I love being able to contort random sentences or words, and I do a lot of freestyling when I do sit down and write. You know, if you listen to some of my original audios of these songs that get polished, it sounds like gibberish at sometimes because like I'll keep it going, hoping that something will brighten out.
Right.
You know,
Okay.
but in the meantime, I'm just doing like scat, like baby talk. You know, just to get through it. You know, and to get back to that course that I know is a certainty. So yeah, and then it's funny to be able to hear it finished, but then if you listen to that first audio, I mean, you might not even give it a second look. So
yeah, because it doesn't sound anything like
it
it
doesn't
did.
sound anything like the finished product, which always blows my mind. But it's a beautiful thing at the end of the day too. So
all right, well, you got the guitar.
I do.
Do you want to? What do you want to start with?
You know, I'm going to start with the one actually that I was just talking about. It's, the course came like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years now. I'm thinking about it at a venue in Temple that I don't believe is even there anymore. And but anyway. Me and the guys finished the show. We were in the back, you know, taking our first break or whatever, and I threw the chorus at the guys, and everybody was like, holy, you know, that's a song.
Right.
I was like, cool, you know, I'll get it to you in a year and a half.
Yeah, 2 years later, it became a song.
2 years later, here it is. So,
Michael Carubelli on the acoustic stage. What's it called?
The song's called I'll Pick You Up on Friday. Here we go. We've been talking for a while now. Well, you're the only one I think of. Playing cat and mouse, you chase me and I chase you. But today I got the nerve, and I said, if you like the gospel choir, then I'll see you in church on Sunday. If you like the smoky neon lights, meet me Saturday. But if you like an ice cold beer in a long back road, lost in love where nobody knows, and take my hand and promise you, girl, I'll lead the way. I pick you up on Friday. I pick you up on Friday. We took that back road that you told me to. You said your papa told your uncle he told you to. When we got lost, I swear you smiled more right then. Then I leaned to you and said, and I said, if you like the gospel choir, then I'll see you in church on Sunday. If you like the smoky neon lights, meet me Saturday. But if you like an ice cold beer in a long back road, lost in love where nobody knows, and take my hand, promise you, girl, I'll lead the way. I pick you up on Friday. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I pick you up on Friday. You can take my hand and jump up right here next to me. We'll shoot all across this land. Well then, girl, I'll make you see that if you like the gospel choir, I see you in church on Sunday. If you like the smoky neon lights, meet me Saturday. But if you like an ice cold beer in a long back road, lost in love where nobody knows, take my hand, promise you girl I'll lead the way. I pick you up on Friday.
That's a very nice song. That's really good.
Well, thank you, bud. Appreciate it.
You bet, yeah. So what are you going to do on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday?
Yeah, you know what? I've got some of my best friends are like family to me out of Houston, and they're like, man, you know, you got Sunday Fun Day.
Yeah.
Now you got this song about Friday. He's like, dude, you need to write a song about every day of the week.
Every day of the week, yes. Well, there it is right there. It's
Absolutely.
every day of the week.
There's something different.
Yeah.
Every day of the week.
Every day of the week.
I mean, I've had some of the best times of my life on a Tuesday night. Like, you know, like, it's the random ones that you don't even, you don't see them coming.
Right. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
That's it. Michael Carubelli on the acoustic stage this morning. You're going to be opening for Curtis Grimes later on tonight. It's going to be a fun time. Wild West, pick up your tickets and join us tonight. And we were talking before we got on the air. You're a fan of these guys, man. You enjoy it. When I see you at Shuffs and in various places, you're a fan of the music too.
Absolutely. You know, early on, I was real big on Mr. Aaron Watson.
Yeah.
And I'll never forget, he said something in one of his DVDs. It was he said, you know, I'm a fan first and I'm an artist second. And it's the most important thing is to never forget that. And absolutely, you know, I mean, I always tell people I love being on the other side of the stage just as much as I do being up there living my dream. You know what I mean? It's like I like to have a good time. I like to party, and being on the other side of that stage is always a blessing. So
well, and when I've seen you at shows, and if it's before you've gone on stage or after you've been on stage, you're watching. You're enjoying the music and enjoying the tunes, and again, that's what I've noticed with a lot of people that we talk to. Everybody's a fan. Everybody's a fan, just enjoying it.
I think that's where it all starts. So it's important not to forget that. You know what I mean?
You bet. Yeah.
Make sure it's a staple.
You bet. Yeah. And again, there's so many good people in the scene that everybody's friendly to talk to you and all of that.
Yeah. I was talking about that before. I've grown and know quite a few of these guys who are influences first and foremost, but then through the years they've grown to be friends. You know what I mean? And been able to know them as my peers. You know, I've played golf with a few of them. Just got to shoot the bull with a few of them, and then now I can text a couple of them if I ever get into a bumpy road and just say, hey, here's my situation. What did you do?
Right.
You know, because like I said, there's no library book you can go check out that
library.
shows you. Yeah, exactly.
Library.
I know.
Do they still have those?
I know, exactly, right. So
if you ain't get it on your phone, what's the
deal?
deal?
There's no pop-up pictures, that just like kind of maps it out for you. There's no way to know exactly how to do this crazy scene, So it's really just like picking and pulling, what you can do. And I think we've found our formula that works for us in our project, because I think everybody's unique and everybody's different. You just got to find what works for you.
I think everybody's after the same path.
Absolutely.
It's just getting there.
The goal is the same. And yeah, it's like Hansel and Gretel breadcrumbs along the way here in the Texas scene, I mean, and you also come into guys now who are, nobody gave it to them, so as they're supportive, it's almost like they want, they'll give you just a little hint, but they also want you to find your own way, because that's the way they did it.
Well, if it's given to you, it's not an accomplishment.
Absolutely,
you got to work toward it.
Man, I do the Shuffs deal, and playing inside the restaurants like Carnegie Hall. I mean, and I get the compliment.
Ronnie, did you hear that? He's comparing your restaurant to Carnegie Hall.
Absolutely. If you've ever sat in there and got to play and sing, if you get the right vibe, the acoustics. It's all that natural wood in there, you know what I mean? And I get the compliment, people asking me if I'm plugged in, and I say no. And then the compliment to follow sometimes is, I need to go to one of those shows. American Idol was always the go-to.
Right, yeah.
Now it's The Voice and stuff like that. And, I think those are great outlets and, great avenues. But, at the same time, I've always my response is like, you know what? I want to do it the old smoky honky-tonk way, first, and, or just kind of keep that direction going. So I've enjoyed it along the way, and I'm blessed. So.
Very cool. What's been the biggest surprise that when you've gotten into this, the biggest thing you're like, man, I didn't even see this part?
The biggest surprise, I think, to date would be sitting at, it's all coming back to Shuffs Barbecue. That's home for me. Just sitting there one time, just playing my tunes, playing my songs. I think I had 6 original songs under my belt.
Roger Krager was the headliner that night, and their band was in there eating after sound check. His bass player come up after I'm done playing or whatever, introduces himself. Hey, here's my card. I own a studio. I'm a producer. Give me a call. And I'm just, kind of taken back because at that point it wasn't anything that I was thinking was a possibility yet. So then, just that was the most random thing ever, and it finally took me about 6 to 7 months to realize I'm pretty sure I should use this business card. I can just stop, So that's probably been the biggest curveball that I was ever thrown to date so far, and I'm sure something else will be thrown my way sooner than later.
That's the way it is, though. That's the way it is.
Sadly, I actually like stuff like that, man. I love random. I love surprises. Sometimes they knock you down, but I think it's all about how you get up.
That's all a learning process,
That's it.
right?
Absolutely, man.
You bet.
I love
all
it.
right. Knock something else out for us. Will you do that?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm going to change the dynamics, though.
Now, I have to ask you, are you going to do Sorry for Partying later here with us, or are you going to save it for later tonight?
I'd love to save it for later tonight, because I've grown to find when I play that song acoustic versus the full band, it's like I lose vibe for it, man. It's like...
It's a different song then.
And I caught Stoney LaRue playing Oklahoma Breakdown one time acoustic, and right before he played it, he said, this seems kind of silly sometimes, because the first line in it is, well, it's Friday, I'm getting tore up. And he's like, it's just him and an acoustic guitar, It's hard to play a party tune on an acoustic, so I'm going to change the dynamics. Now I'm proud of this song because not only is it rooted around just 100% truth, but it was the first time that I really impressed myself with songwriting, and I realized I'm growing in it, So it's more of a sadder tune, but I like my country music sad. So.
That's all right.
Here we go.
That's all right.
It's called Seventh Chance.
So,
yeah, I couldn't do 2. I needed
Monday,
7.
Tuesday, Wednesday,
yeah,
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Oh, that would be so. There's your Sunday.
Day of the week. There you go. And I think I'm actually up to 9 now. So maybe all right. I need my.
So
my
you're
ninth.
you're a cat.
I've already passed the song, so it's all good. Here we go.